Last week on the Personal Growth Podcast, Dwayne and Eric sat down with Shade Torres and discussed relationships, school, and some other stuff. Tonight, we ring in the new year. Happy New Year, everybody. Live from the TriPoint Studios. This is the Personal Growth Podcast.
Sweet.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Eric.
Happy New Year, Dwayne. Happy New Year, producer.
Happy New
Happy
Year,
New Year.
audience.
Audience, that's right.
Toast. So we have an audience.
Yeah.
An audience.
This is a first for the Personal Growth Podcast. We have a person in studio who's just listening.
I love it. I love her. Super stoked she's here to listen to us make fools of ourselves.
All right. Well, let's see what happens. First one of the new year.
First one of the new year. I'm going to read it. Success. While some people dream about it, others get out of bed and do it.
Okay.
I really wish that had been written, get out of bed and be about it. I don't know.
All right.
Like, are you gonna talk about it or be about it?
You're gonna talk about it. You're gonna be about it. If you're gonna walk the walk, you better talk the talk. I don't know where any of that came from or the voice. I don't know what that was about. I'm sorry.
I'm totally okay with it. You should add that to your repertoire.
I'm thrown off by our audience member. I don't know what to do with my hands.
It's a good thing you don't have to do anything with your hands, you weirdo.
That's true. We're just recording. It's fine. Nobody can see this. Next week, I'm going to show up with a squirrel costume. Or am I?
I really hope that you do, because I will take video of that and post it to our Instagram page. But no, like this topic's kind of cool because I've wanted to do a podcast for a long time, since I had originally started doing a podcast with producer, and I kept finding different reasons as to why I wasn't going to, or why I couldn't, or whatever.
Right.
And I actually asked a few people, and like, one person was like, yeah, totally, let's do it. And then they never did it. And then another person was all like, I have this great idea. And I'm like, okay, cool. And they're like, we're going to have like 123 different hosts for the show. And I was all like, you lost me.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Like at the same time?
No, not at the same time.
That's a lot.
It'd be like every week would be a new host and there'd be a topic.
But there's only 52 weeks in a year.
I was just saying.
That number doesn't make sense.
That number was not accurate.
You should not be friends with that person anymore.
No, he's a nice guy, and I think that he's got big ambitions and will probably have a pretty big impact on the world in some way.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Once again, Dwayne demonstrating how he's a better person than I am.
I did not. What? How did that?
Because I told you to not be his friend anymore, and you were like, no, then I'm going to say a bunch of really nice things about him. So,
well, in your defense, I've never met this guy in person. We've only ever interacted via social media, Instagram. And we had talked a couple different times about getting together for coffee and talk about podcast ideas. And his most recent one was, he was like, yeah, we're going to have, I'd really like to see us have like spiritual, financial, physical, mental, emotional, like different little sections of podcasts, and then like these few hosts will be for this area of expertise, and then these few for this area of expertise. And like the idea that he had seemed like it could be really cool, but it was really complicated. And I think like the simplest way to go about something is generally the best way to go about something.
Oh yeah, easy.
And I think that he could do something with his idea and make it super simple and have it be really effective. But sometimes people just like to complicate the shit out of things, and
that is true.
And I think part of that is like kind of ties into the topic of dreaming about it. It's real easy to dream and like talk about all the cool things that you'd like to see happen, but
yeah. Well, as they say, a dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. At least that's what they said in Pinocchio.
I mean, that's pretty. But okay, come on, go into that a little bit of what you think it meant.
Like if you're like, say, I have a dream about headline or doing an appearance on the Tonight Show.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That would be a dream that my heart made while I was asleep, because when I'm awake, I'm like, how am I going to... But in my dreams, I'm like, oh, yeah, no, I'm already here. I'm shaking hands with Jimmy Fallon, and then it's next stop, superstardom.
Yeah.
And then I wake up, and I'm like, shit, I got to go to work and pay bills like a schmuck.
Do you think that, like, in some way that dream that is born in the heart while you're asleep can be translated into the physical reality?
Oh, yeah, sure, if it's something simple. I mean, like, I've had dreams where I'm, like, flying around saving the city, but I can't fly, so that's not something that could... But, yeah, like... And it also, like, how do you measure success, right? Like, is being successful being a household name, or is success, raising a child who's not a piece of shit, and having a strong support system? Like, is that how you know what I mean? Like, everybody has a different idea of what success is and how to go about achieving it.
Yeah, I heard success be described as like a continued effort towards a worthy ideal.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
A continued effort towards a worthy ideal.
Ah, yes.
And I think that like wanting to have wanting to be a household name could be a worthy ideal, as long as it's like you're not the piece of shit that the household is talking about,
Right.
Or,
well, I mean, if you're on a reality show, then maybe you want to be that guy.
I
mean?
fucking hate reality TV.
Get the ratings, baby.
They need to get 3 different reality TV shows to combine.
And have
for
123
sweepstakes.
different hosts.
Yeah, 123 different hosts.
Sure.
Like Survivor and Fear Factor.
The surviving Bachelor in Paradise. That's what
Biggest Loser.
The Bachelor survives.
Dude, The Bachelor
in
and The Biggest
Paradise
Loser.
with The Biggest Loser.
Just like
The
they get married
Bachelor
together.
loses the biggest when he survives.
The Bachelor's loser.
The losiest Bachelor.
This is a great idea. We should pitch
Which,
this to NBC.
Speaking of The Bachelor, like, how ridiculous a concept is that for a television show? Like, if I simultaneously had 23 girlfriends in real life, they would all be mad at me. You know what I mean? Like, but on TV, it's like, no, I'll absolutely share a room with 3 other women that are all vying for the same cookie cutter, generic looking dude. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah. I agree 100%. But I also think that reality TV shows are fucking ridiculous.
There you go.
Sounds like horror.
Horror?
That movie. Sorry.
I don't.
Cut me out. It's a movie piece. I don't know.
It's Game of Thrones, man.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, I don't.
Horror.
The GOT.
I don't know what that is. Like, I mean, I know what it is, but I would not have ever have picked up on.
Well, when you said hardor, it sounded like horror to me. So that's what do I know?
Boom. Nerds. Personal growth. What's up?
I love it.
Happy New Year.
Have you seen any of the new show, The Witcher?
I have not, but I've heard good things, and I've also heard not so good things.
Well, whoever has said the not so good things can go eat rocks.
Wow, that would be hard on the teeth. Like, why would you? And people are allowed to have opinions, Dwayne.
Yeah, and people are also allowed to eat rocks too.
They're allowed to think differently about art because it is subjective. Like,
People are allowed to eat rocks.
I personally don't know why a banana taped to a wall in an art gallery would sell for $120,000. But that's what happened.
Did you hear about that on Twitter?
Somewhere I heard about it. I don't know. And then, like, somebody ate the banana, and, like, it caused an uproar.
I can imagine. I have no idea what you're talking about still. Pop culture references, not going to get it.
That's fine. It doesn't matter.
Is that considered a pop culture reference? Okay, yeah.
I think your New Year's resolution should be to, like, just watch 15 minutes of television, just so that you have, like, a baseline knowledge of things that everybody else knows about.
What
You don't have to
television,
like
though?
it. You don't have to like it. You don't
What
have
television?
to be interested in it.
Tell me about it.
Just pay
Where-
attention.
Where do people
things.
find out about pop references, pop
Yeah,
culture
to,
references?
Anything. Like
Yeah,
literally anything you can find. If you see a funny picture and they're like, oh, this looks like it's from something, Google it. And like, oh, that's what that is. And then
But why would I do that?
to join the culture, Dwayne, to be
Dude,
a
do
part
I
of
look
society.
like a sheep to you?
You
I
don't
don't want
have
to
to
be a
be-
sheeple.
You don't have to be a sheep. There's all different kinds of animals on the farm. There's sheep. There's chickens. There's cows.
I don't want to be
There's-
on the farm at all.
You could be a pig.
I want to not be one of those things.
Well, that's a bully for you then.
Bully?
I don't know. That's the word they used to use back in the like bully for you.
Huh.
Yeah.
How so? I have no idea. Another pop culture reference from a culture that isn't even ours anymore.
Just read a book that wasn't written by a motivational speaker. All right, like find a book that wasn't written by Alan Watts and just learn something about.
I love Alan Watts.
Yeah,
that dude
me
is a
too.
fucking genius.
Yeah, I love Dr. Seuss, but I've also read other books.
Nice.
I only eat green
What
eggs
is-
and ham.
What is
only
your
thing.
what is your like how do you box up success?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's. I think there's different like levels of it. You know, like my son is happy to see me. That's a success.
That's a win.
You know,
Put that on
I performed with over the last 2 years. I've performed with two different people that I grew up watching and admiring. I call that a success. I haven't killed anybody.
Can I just take a time out for our audience in the ether as well as our live person in the room?
Sure.
Eric Cole has opened for both Jay Moore and
Tom Green.
Tom Green. If you're unaware, Eric Cole, his Venmo is Eric Cole.
It's Eric Cole.
Yeah, no, just kidding about that. But I mean, it is really.
I don't like to brag about it, but I'm kind of a big deal. Like
Yeah.
it's not. It's no. It's
He's
nothing. It's
he's an
just,
up and coming
you know.
local to Boise comic that is trying to spread his little fucking wings and fly up to the big stars and stuff.
We'll see. Second star on the right, straight on till morning.
Hell yeah, I get that reference.
Oh yeah, what's
Yeah.
it from?
Peter Pan.
There you go. Look at this. All right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Me?
What was
No.
that? That's right, baby. Disney Plus for free all year. Verizon Wireless. That's me, baby.
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 No, seriously, I am so. I love you, Eric. You're a great fucking human being.
Right back at you, buddy.
Okay.
That's why I've done 15 of these things with you, and will continue to do them.
Dude, it's so crazy. Episode 15. Let's just take a moment to appreciate that.
Sure.
We've been doing this for more than 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's where way more than enough time to appreciate it, though. Carry on. So success as a father, success as a comic, other
Yeah,
types.
I just think that there's different metrics that you can measure success by. Like it doesn't all have to be, living in a huge house on the beach with whatever your idea of like when you hear the word success.
Did you say beach because I have dreadlocks?
No? I don't. I am not a loxist.
I think you are. You've talked shit about my dreads a lot.
Yeah, I talk shit about them because we're friends, and that's what friends do.
Oh, that's fair.
Get on board, all right, and fucking read a book.
Eric has a joke about how somebody told him he looked like George Clooney. Would you please?
What you want me to do?
Yeah, off the cuff. It'd be fine.
I'm not getting paid for this.
Where's my wallet?
Venmo me at It's Eric Cole, and I'll tell
give you
jokes
cash right now.
on the next episode.
Cash right now.
Yes, this is actually happening, folks.
He's really pulling out money.
How much is a 20 gonna get me? You need gas money anyways.
Give me $20.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
So I'm feeling really good about myself because somebody told me they thought I looked like George Clooney. Now, obviously, if you could see me out there in